as we get set for our herd number 3 of the Open Futurity, brought to us by the Australian Hotel. So thank you very much to these great supportive businesses: the Australian Hotel, Sunkiss, Quarter Horse Stud, Foresight, Mavericks Western Wear, Gidgee Eyewear, Cinch Australia, Double J Quarter Horses, Agrimix, and also Brett and Joy Peachy. So we're moving into our third herd of the Open Futurity, brought to us by the Australian Hotel. This is go-round number 1 of this event. We'll see go-round number 2 of this event on Tuesday, and then the top 15 will make it back to the finals that'll feature on Saturday evening. That'll be our premier feature event there coming Saturday. We'll pay out close to about $40,000 in total prize money that'll be paid out in this event, with award-winning buckle up for grabs. Also, Cinch Australia got some great shirts for all our finalists that'll qualify for that top 15 finals this coming Saturday. There's 224s on top right now in go-round number 1. That was set by Lindsay Wheatley with that 224. And that was set on Lady Fairy Tale. So Warwick's Green, he's going to be first to go, number 29 on the draw. From Scone, New South Wales. This is the one they call Lock It Up Cat, owned by Mrs. Kay Warren out of Injune, Queensland. That's going to be our first one. And herd number 3. This is a gelding that was signed by Smooth as a Cat out of Duloc. Peppy's Destiny was bred by Kay Warren out of Injune. It's going to be our first one to go in herd number 3 of the Open Futurity, brought to us by our friends at the Australian Hotel. Also, I've got the heads up. The entries for the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity Show are closing this coming Wednesday, so get your entries in for that one at the Adolby Equestrian Centre. So Warwick Screen's going to be set to go right now. Number 29 on the draw, aiming for 225 to take the lead in the go-round of the Open Futurity. Also, welcome back our viewers at home that are watching it in their living room. Hope you're enjoying the action so far. This is day number 2 here at the Boulogne River Cutters Futurity Show for 2022, cutting on the banks of the Boulogne. So Warwick Screen right now, number 29 is where we're looking at. Also, tomorrow, their cutting fans will have the second go-round of the Open Classic Challenge and the second round of the Open Derby. That'll feature tomorrow. And the second go-round of this event will be on Tuesday. And then come Wednesday, we're going to see some of our non-pro competitors start making their way here to St. George with the first round of the Non-Pro Classic Challenge and the first round of the Non-Pro Futurity and the first round of the Snafflebit Futurity. That'll be on Wednesday, so plenty of action coming your way in our 9-day show here at St. George for 2022. So all eyes glued on Warwick Screen right now with Lock It Up Cat, owned by Mrs. Kay Warren. Also, if there's any scratchings, please advise Nadine McKenna ASAP if you are going to compete in go-round number 2 of the Open Futurity, either by going seeing her directly at the office or by phone call. So contact her about any scratchings directly to our show secretary here at the Boulogne River Cutters Futurity Show. Thank you very much there, Warwick. That was Warwick Screen from Scone, New South Wales. Number 29 on the draw. That was Lock 'em Up Cat, owned by Mrs. K. Warrion. That was a gelding that was side by Smooth as a Cat out of Durlock, Pepe's Destiny. So our next four to show, we'll have Corey Holden, Phil Dawson, Corey Holden once again, then Jason Leach. So we've got 209 there for that showing there for Warwick, 209. So we get set for Corey Holden's going to be next to go. Thank you very much to the Australian Hotel. The 20-room motel at the Australian Hotel includes twin rooms with large queen's beds with en-suites and fridge. 11-room hotel offers the real country pub experience with large double beds with views directly over the Blonde River. All rooms are equipped with new air cons, heaters, TVs, and include free secure parking. Well, let's watch Corey Holden from Cobram, Victoria. This is one Skeet O'Lena, owned by Marcus Berlin, down around the Benalla, Victoria area. This one we're looking at, Skeet O'Lena. A mare that was signed by Kit Kat Sugar out of Cash's Poco O'Lena was bred by Corey Holden. Thank you very much there, Corey. That was Corey Holden from Cobram, Victoria. That was Skeet O'Lena, owned by Marcus Berlin. It was a mare that was side by Kit Kat Sugar out of Cash's Poco Lena. As we get set for our next four, which will be Phil Dawson, Corey Holden, Jason Leach, then Phil Dawson once again. So 217 there for Corey on that one, 217 on that showing. Next up we're going to move to will be Phil Dawson from Bingara, New South Wales, number 31 on the draw. This is Reminiscence, owned by the Phil Dawson Cutting Horses. This one being a mare that was signed by Jill Smart Ray out of Miss Calamity Jane, was bred by Nicky Brat. This is our next one to go. Also, thank you very much to the Sunkist Quarter Horses. Make sure you like their social media page on Facebook. One of our great sponsors, Sunkist, is very proud this year to be involved with sponsoring the Non-Pro Open Futurity and the Non-Pro Classic Challenge here at the Blonde Rivers Cutting Futurity, and wish everyone the best of luck, and remember, enjoy the ride.
You never take advice. Someday you'll pay the price. I know. I've seen it before. It happens all the time. You're closing the door. You leave the world behind. You're digging for gold. You're throwing away a fortune and feelings, but someday you'll pay. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. You want paradise, but someday you'll pay the price. I know. I've seen it before. It happens all the time. You're closing the door. You leave the world behind. You're digging for gold. You're throwing away a fortune and feelings, but someday you'll pay. You know that you are as cold as ice to me. You're as cold as ice. Cold as ice, I know.
Thank you very much there, Phil. That was Phil Dawson from Bingara, New South Wales. Number 31 on the draw, that was Reminiscence, owned by the Phil Dawson Cutting Horses. That was a mare that was signed by Jill Smart Ray out of Miss Calamity Jane. So the next four to show we'll see today. We'll see Corey Holden, Jason Leach, Phil Dawson, then Lincoln Brat. That'll be our next four. Now, Australian Hotel sponsored Open Futurity is what we're watching here today. So 218 there for Phil Dawson, 218 today. So we'll move to Corey Holden once again from Cobram, Victoria. Number 32 on the draw. This is Hickory, owned by the Robert Jones Investments Propriety Limited. This one's a mare that was signed by Stevie Ray Vaughan out of Hickapep, was bred by the Emerald Park Performance Horses. So next one to go. Thank you very much to Foresight for being a great sponsor here for our 9-day event. So the breakdown of cartilage in your horse's joints may be a natural consequence of hard work, but vets recommend Foresight from 6 months of age to repair minute injuries to cartilage and other joint structures, stopping the onset of joint disease. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. Buy Foresight from your vet today. Thanks very much there, Corey. That was Corey Holden from Cobram, Victoria. That was Hickory, owned by the Robert Jones Investments Propriety Limited. So there was a mare that was signed by Stevie Ray Vaughan out of Hickapep. That was our one. Well, a round of applause for Corey. 221, ladies and gentlemen, today. 221. Nice job in round number one there for Corey on that one. This will move to Jason Leach, will be next to go. So Jason Leach, number 33 on the draw from Springshaw, Queensland. This is Shades of Metallic, owned by the Sunkist Quarter Horse Stud. This one side by Metallic Cut out of 9 Shades O'Ray, was bred by the Sunkist Quarter Horse Stud. Our next one to cross the Showtime line today. Also thank you to Mavericks Western Wear. Thank you very much, Sir Jason. That was Jason Leach from Springshaw, Queensland. That was Shades of Metallic, owned by the Sunkist Quarter Horse Stud. That was a stallion that was side by Metallic Cat out of 9 Shades of Ray. So we'll move to Lincoln Vrat will be next. So Phil Dawson was a scratching, so we'll go to Lincoln Vrat, then Aaron Wheatley, Tyler Hodgman, then Dean Holden. So thank you very much to Mavericks Western Wear. Need a pair of boots that will last, won't hurt your feet. Get down and see Sandy and get fitted for a pair of belay boots. Belay boots have been made in Canada since 1903 by the Belay family. So 198 there for Jason, 198. So we'll now move to Lincoln Vrat, number 35 on the draw from Perga. This is Playgirl's Queen, owned by Jay Johnson out of Kapunda, South Australia. This one's a mare that was signed by NRR Cat King Cole out of A1 She's My Playgirl. Was bred by Dean Bradley down there in Victoria. It's the one we're looking at right now.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you found that you're a self-made man. And your fans, they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. Trying to make some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? 'Cause I don't think that I can take anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Thank you very much there, Lincoln. That was Lincoln Brard from Perga, Queensland. That was Playgirl's Queen, owned by Jade Johnson. So that was a mare that was signed by NRR Cat King Cole out of A1 She's My Playgirl. So our next four to go, we'll have Aaron Wheatley, Tyler Hodgman, Dean Holden, and Steve Byrne. So 213 there for Lincoln on that showing, 213. So we'll now move to Aaron Wheatley. He's going to be next to go. Thank you very much to Gidgee Eyewear. The use of polycarbonate lenses offers a lightweight and shatterproof option in eyewear. The blended polarization provides the best clarity and glare-free vision. It also reduces vision acuity and causing eye strain and fatigue. So get yourself a pair of Gidgee Eyewear sunglasses today. So let's watch Aaron Wheatley, number 36 on the draw from Corimba, Victoria. This is the one they call This Ray, owned by Dean and Julie Jones out of Seymour, Victoria. This one's a gelding, and side by This Cat's Destiny out of Royale's Jewel Ray, was bred by Cliff and Marika Wallace down there in Victoria as well. So next one to go, This Ray. In our Australian Hotel sponsored event here today, in our Open Futurity go round number one here on our Sunday here at St. George. So we'll pay out close to about $40,000 in prize money in our Open Futurity here at St. George for 2022. So lock in the dates for the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity Show. It's not too far away, from the 10th to the 17th of September. Entries are closing this coming Wednesday, so get your entries in for that one. Thank you very much, Sir Aaron. That was Aaron Wheatley from Corimba, Victoria. That was This Ray, owned by Dean and Julie Jones. So that was a gelding side by This Cat's Destiny out of Royale's Jewel Ray. So our next four to show, we'll see Tyler Hodgman, Dean Holden, Steve Byrne, and then Steve Smith. That'll be our next four today.
Started out last night. I was thinking of days gone by. Other times.
So 220 there for Aaron Wheatley. So a round of applause for Aaron today. 220. His round one score. So we'll now move to Tyler Hodgman, number 37 on the draw from Glen Innes, New South Wales. This is the one they call Now I See You, owned by Wayne Powell. The next one to showcase right now. This one's a mare that was side by EB's Flaris out of Instant Sweet Oak. Was bred by DNS Williams out of Glen Innes, New South Wales. So our next one to cross the show timeline today, here in our Sunday session here at the Blonde River Cutters Futurity Show for 2022. Also, thank you very much to Cinch Australia. Lead, don't follow. Cinch products are cultivated through the hard work and dedication with all involved. Cinch strives to offer quality, stylish attire that is a great fit today. Cinch continues to create fashion-forward products for men, women and children that are of superior quality.
Know what you really need, but you can't get enough. Too many mouths to feed. Well, ain't life tough? Call this survival. Don't pray for a sign. Know what you really want. You can't get it back down on the waterfront. Better watch out, just nuts on the main line and rust on the rail. I see them swim this time. I see them tumbling down. I see them rivers fire and steel. I feel the thunder chasing the wind. Know what you mean to me. Goes deeper than that. Can't find your destiny. Know where it's at. Don't look for lightning. Or pray for a sign. I see them swim this time. I see them tumbling down. I heard the legends. I watch the sky. Feel the power flame in your eyes. I see them rivers fire and steel. I feel the thunder chasing the wind. Chained to the wheel. Chained to the wheel. Know what you really need. You can't get enough. Too many mouths to feed. Ain't life tough? Call it survival. Don't break all the sign.
Thank you very much there, Tyler. That was Tyler Hodgman. That was from Glen Innes, New South Wales. As the one they call Now I See You, owned by Wayne Powell. That was a mare that was side by EB's Flaris out of Instant Sweet Oak. So we'll now move to Dean Holden. Also, we've got a scratching at 39. So Steve Byrne is a scratching. We'll get that score to come through there for Tyler Hodgman. So Dean Holden's going to be next to go here today in our Australian Hotel sponsored Open Futurity today. In go round number one of this event.
Darling, it is no joke. This is like anthropy. The moon's awake now with
So 218 there for Tyler, 218. So we'll move to Dean Holden's going to be next to go. Number 38 on the draw from Seymour, Victoria. This is Cutabar Designed and Metal, owned by Stuart Laurie out of Berrenboke, Victoria. This is a side by Metallic Cat out of Cutabar Designer Cat. Was bred by the Cutabar Quarter Horses out of Loxley, Victoria.
A man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight. Far away, my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Melly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and whoa, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone? He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents, there were hints and allegations. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out, call me out.
Thank you very much there, Dean. That was Dean Holden from Seymour, Victoria. That was Cutabar Designed and Metal, owned by Stuart Laurie. That was side by Metallic Cat out of Cutabar Designer Cat. So next up we're going to move to Steve Smith and Jason Leach, Hugh Miles. So 3 more to go in herd number 3 today. And we'll change out the herd once again. So 218 there for Dean, 218 on that showing, 218. So we'll now move to Steve Smith from Gundawin. He's going to be next to go, number 40. This is Little Town Flirt, owned by Alan P. Murphy. This one's side by Metallic Cat out of Oaks Unchained Melody. Good luck to Steve Smith today, number 40 on our draw. Thank you very much there, Steve. That was Steve Smith from Gundawindi. That was number 40 on the draw. That was Little Town Flirt, owned by Ellen P. Murphy. So that was side by Metallic Cat out of Oaks Unchained Melody. So we've got two more to go, Jason Leach, then we'll have Hugh Miles.
There is nothing that is wrong in wanting you to stay here with me. I know you
So 180 there for that showing there for Steve, 180. Thank you very much to Double J Quarter Horses, where Mare Power matters, based in Kapunda, South Australia. We pride ourselves on producing quality quarter horses for the cow horse industry. Get in touch with our agents, Lincoln Brada, Dean Holden today, and find out what stock we have available for sale. Let's get set for Jason Leach, the man from Springshaw, number 41 on the draw. This is Buller Nickel, owned by Mark and Shelley Ruff, down there in Diggers Rest, Victoria. This is a gelding that was side by Metallic Cat at a one-time Serena. Was bred by Mark Ruff down there in Diggers Rest.
sun ain't nearly on the rise. We still got the moon and stars above. Underneath the velvet skies, love is all that matters. When I was just a little boy, I standing to my daddy's knee. My papa said, "Son, don't let the man get you and do what he done to me. Don't forget you, 'cause he'll get you now." And I can remember the 4th of July, running through the Backwood Bay. And I can still hear my old hound dog barking, chasing down a hoodoo there, chasing down a hoodoo there. On the bayou, on the bayou, on the bayou, long, long.
Thank you very much there, Leachy. That was Jason Leach from Springshaw. Number 41 on the draw, that was Buller Nickel, owned by Mark Ruff. That was a gelding, side by Metallic Cat, out of one-time Serena. So we've got one more to show in herd number 3, will be Hugh Miles. So 214 for that showing, 214 there for Jason, 214. So we'll now move to Hugh Miles from Tamworth, New South Wales. Number 42 on the draw, this is Stevie Nicks. This is the one we're looking at, owned by Hugh Miles. This one being a mare that was side by Stevie Ray Vaughan out of Honey there, Aiken, was bred by Peter Drennan. So next one to go here today there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, last competitor before we'll wind down herd number 3. So if we can have the Steve Byrne herd settling team to please be on standby, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, thank you very much to Agrimix. Maximise pasture productivity with Agrimix and Pro Guards. Agrimix has developed responsible and sustainable solutions to maximise grazing productivity and produce profitability. Call Rod Linky on 0428 288 311. So all eyes glued on Hugh Miles right now, number 42 on the draw. They're cutting fans and our viewers at home. This is Stevie Nicks. So thank you very much to the Australian Hotel for being a great sponsor of the Open Futurity for 2022. You can get on down there and have yourself a great meal here today. We'll be finishing our proceedings probably around that 3 o'clock mark today. And they'll be serving meals till 8:30 today. They're cutting fans and breeders and trainers, so head on down and support one of our great sponsors here this week at the Australian Hotel. So all eyes glued on Hugh Miles right now. Number 42 on the draw, Stevie Nicks. Also, thank you very much to our cattle suppliers throughout the show here, this 9-day event. Also, our backyard workers, thank you for doing all the hard yards, making sure everything runs smoothly down the backyards. So thank you very much to all the gentlemen down there. Also arena draggers as well, and all the preparation that goes behind the scenes. I know the Arnell family put in a lot of work behind the scenes to make this Futurity show happen. We'll be having the bar facilities later on this coming week as well, so you'll be able to grab yourself a cold beverage as well and sit back and watch the cutting action later on as well. Let's watch Hugh Miles with Stevie Nicks. Thank you very much there, Hugh. That was Hugh Miles from Tamworth, New South Wales. That was number 42 on the draw with Stevie Nicks, owned by Hugh Miles. That one was signed by Stevie Ray Vaughan out of Honey They're Aiken. Well, that winds down herd number 3, so a round of applause for those competitors, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that last score on the board. So 180 for that showing, 180. So still that 224's on top. That was set by Lindsay Wheatley with Lady Fairy Tale. That's holding on to the number 1 spot. We can have the Steve Byrne Herd Settling team to please be on standby. That'll be greatly appreciated. Well, cutting fans, go and grab yourself some lunch from our caterers, or a cold drink, warm drink, whatever you like. Or check out our wonderful traders on show, KC Saturday and Mavericks Westerwear, and we'll be back very soon.
Reach your potential. Be driven by your passion. Inspire others.